There's the boat cam. We're approaching Tromsø. I remember the bridge, one of the many bridges. And that's where we just stayed a few days ago, the Radisson Blue. One of those was our room, because we were in the newer building. I remember we walked out of the Radisson Blue the first night we arrived, and I went, oh my God, there's a Hurtigruten ship right there. The dock is right there. And that white building is the Tourist Information Center. You can see all the tour buses are lined up there. Actually, only 3 waiting to take people on their excursions. There's somebody waiting to board. Got their bags. Just so you know, there's nobody here to take your luggage when you board the ship or get off. You take it yourself. Norway is not a tipping culture. I have not noticed that anybody on the ship goes out of their way because they know they're not getting tipped. They get paid a very nice living wage. 7 years ago, this is where we headed, right towards one of those buses to go dog sledding, which I've said it before, but it's one of my world's greatest experiences. There are the meeters and greeters, the people who are waiting for those who signed up on the 5 different excursions that you could do in 2 short hours. That's a really good view of the Arctic Cathedral. They have midnight concerts. Cable car up there. We're at the very northernmost tip of Norway. Going to Honningsvåg, where people go. The teeny tip is the North Cape. We're coming into Honningsvåg on the North Cape. Most people take the big excursion to the North Cape, which is the northernmost part of Europe. But since Steve and I have been fortunate enough to be way above the Arctic Circle, including just recently again in Svalbard and Greenland, both sides of Greenland and the high Canadian Arctic, all the videos are on YouTube. It's not necessary for us to take that excursion. 71 degrees north, and Svalbard, Longyearbyen was 72 degrees north. And in front of us is one of the 2 main streets. It is a brutally cold day up here in the northernmost tip of Norway with a minus 21 Celsius. So cold. And there go all the passengers being directed out there to go to the buses. Well, Steve and I actually got off the ship. And it's snowing lightly here. That's why it's even grayer. I'm glad we're not out there on that excursion. We've got major sea ice here coming into Kirkenes. Bitter cold out today. So cold that they canceled the dog excursion for those that were going to go husky sledding. It is minus 31 Celsius, which is very equivalent to almost the same in Fahrenheit. Oh, look at this. Lots of sea ice. It is truly a frozen wasteland up in this area of Finnmarken, so close to the Russian border. There are the buses all lined up for the excursions. That's the ultimate, that the sun will rise above the horizon today for 3 hours. And this is Kirkenes today. But tomorrow we do get to Hammerfest, 2 hours, and that is the oldest stone church in Norway. And Harstad behind us, they have a big excursion this morning where people got off in Harstad, and we'll take a 4-hour bus tour through the Lofoten Islands and pick up the boat at whatever stop is at 12:30. The ship stops at this small little island out there with a population of 200 people to deliver mail, food, and medicine. Hurtigruten is a lifeline for people who live in these extremely remote areas. In the background, but they make announcements in Norwegian, English, and German whenever we're coming in somewhere or if we're passing something interesting.
Sailing under this bridge, which is a cantilever bridge. It was built in 1974 and has 30 meters of headroom. This bridge is one of the 3 bridges we will sail under today. Meine Damen und Herren, nach Abfahrt von Riesegam fahren wir unter diese
So we do sail under that bridge, that's amazing.
Es ist eine
It's pretty balmy out today. Typical little fisherman's cottage. Those are all fish drying racks. And down here by the Scandic, that's where we stayed. Not in the Scandic, we stayed at Anchor Brig. We were just here 5 nights ago, and I wish I was still here. I loved it here.